Hi guys, it's me Goofy Ruby, and since I'm feeling a lot better today, I'm going to share with you my COVID-19 experience. How and where I got it doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, I did my best to protect myself, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Nobody wants to get sick. I didn't want to get sick. I did my best to protect myself. That's what I said, but I still got sick. But thankfully, I've recovered. Before I continue, I would like to thank God for giving me another chance. To my husband, thank you for taking good care of me every day. That's every day. And to my family in the Philippines, I know they were so worried about me, and even until now that I think I've recovered, not fully recovered, but they're still worried about me. They check on me from time to time, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. I love you so much and I miss you. And to my friends who prayed for me and sent well wishes, thank you so much. And here in the States, to my Church of Christ family, thank you for the prayers. SLG family, who else? I hope I didn't forget. And also to the Hijas de Jesus Sisters of Stella Maris Academy of Davao in the Philippines, thank you so much for the prayers. I hope to those, maybe I haven't mentioned, but thank you so much for the prayer. And for those friends who sent us food and drinks and fruit, thank you so much. Symptoms. We know that COVID-19 affects people in different ways. Could be from mild symptoms to severe illness. Some people don't even show symptoms at all. At first, I thought I just had a cold. It was on a Thursday. So I had a runny nose and my body was feeling tired. And then Saturday, I started having a fever. So I asked my husband to set a schedule for me for my COVID test. The entire day I was feeling sick. Yeah, I had a fever, headache, and I was feeling bad, really bad. So the next day, Sunday, I got tested for COVID. And now, check this out. This is my video on how I got tested for COVID.
You're gonna get a tissue and blow your nose. You're gonna sanitize your hands. Up. You're going to make sure the whole tip is up in your nose, and you're just going to go up one side and just swab around about 3 times.
Okay. I can just...
Yep, whichever side you want to do.
Is that good enough?
Yep. And you can put it back in the tube. And you're going to put the cover back on.
That's the non-invasive way.
That's it?
That's it. You're all set.
Awesome.
That's not bad.
You just put the tube back in there. That's it.
Thank you.
You.
Okay guys, so that's how I got tested for COVID. I was very happy because I never thought it's going to be like that. It was like self-service for me. I had to do it on my own and it was really painless. It was so different from the videos I saw that it was like very invasive, nakakatakot, painful, and people like, I don't want it. It's like scary. But this one, I had to do it on my own. Okay, so the next day, it was Monday, I started having shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. Even just walking inside the house was very, very challenging. I was like, oh my God. It was the first time that I experienced that in my entire life. It took me 3 days before I went to the ER. So before that, before I share with you what happened to the ER, I'm going to tell you what happened the moment I got the result. it wasn't a rapid test, so I had to wait for 3 days to get my result. So after 2.5 days, I checked my result online, because you could check it online, and still there was no result. But then, like hours after that, I received a call from the health department, and they told me that I tested positive for COVID. And I didn't cry. My reaction was like, okay, quite sad, saying okay, but because I already expected it. I feel like I really have COVID, because it's really bad. And especially that day, I was already experiencing difficulty breathing. So for me, for sure, I have COVID. The woman from the health department sounded very comforting. She was very nice to me. She asked for my symptoms, when it started, and if I've been in close contact with other people where I work, and then who lives with me. And then I told her everything. So they had to call my boss as well that I tested positive. And so our workplace closed down for 2 weeks. By the way, it wasn't only me who tested positive during that time. And I'm still grateful, because for those 2 weeks that we didn't go to work because we got sick, we still got paid. Thanks to our boss and to the board. So the staff from the health department also informed me of my rights as well. So she told me that whenever I feel the need to see a doctor, I can go anytime I want. If I need treatment, they should give me treatment when necessary. So they couldn't say no. She also said that I could call them anytime, or call her anytime, if I needed help or if I have any questions. On that day, I received 2 calls. They've been really calling me. So they just wanted to make sure that I was well informed, that I was told I got tested positive, and then that I was told about the things that I needed to know. They made sure that I already knew that I tested positive, and I already knew the things that I needed to do before they posted the result online. So that's it. I tested positive. Recovery. So what medicines did I take? I searched online. I asked my friend who tested positive for COVID last year, and she gave me a really good advice. I spoke to my cousin who also got tested positive and recovered, thank God. And I spoke to my family about it, and they're really helping me a lot, especially one of my sisters who has a friend. She's a doctor of education. She has a friend who's also a doctor, so she helped me a lot. So when I started having a fever and runny nose and even a headache, I started using Dayquil. But when I spoke to my friend who tested positive for COVID-2 last year, she said that ibuprofen worked better for her. So I used ibuprofen. Sorry if you cannot really read it, I'll just put the picture right there. So I took ibuprofen, 200 milligram, 2 tablets every 6 hours. Really helped me a lot. Ibuprofen relieves fever, common cold, headache. It really helped me. And also, I took aspirin. So 1 tablet a day. It's low dose, 81 milligram aspirin. So once a day. So why did I take aspirin? So I took aspirin because that's what my friend did. Aside from my friend's experience, I've also read that this may help COVID patients, survive by helping to prevent blood clots in the lungs and hearts and other organs. Vitamin C. So vitamin C for immune support. Since I have it now, I wanna, yeah. I like it. So vitamin C for immune support, and then ginger tea. I mean, I'm used to drinking ginger tea, the fresh one, fresh ginger. So I grate it and boil it. I think that helped me a lot too. Until now, every night I still drink ginger tea. Make sure you're not hungry. So I also did tuob. So it's a Filipino word. So it means steam inhalation. So I can't really explain to you how it works, but what I've read is that it is good for people who have respiratory diseases. Coconut water. Since we don't have fresh coconut water here, I buy this one for nutrients and electrolytes. And I also ate lots of bananas and fruit, different fruit. Fortunately, I didn't lose my senses. My taste and my smell. So after my fever was gone, I've been eating a lot. Like, I just want to eat from time to time. Like, every 2 hours, like, I want to eat again, which is, I think it's good because I feel like food really gives me energy. And food really helps me recover every single day. Trip to the ER. Okay, remember I told you before I got my result, I was already feeling or experiencing shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, even just walking inside the house. So the day after I got my result, I visited the ER because I really felt so scared, because it's the very first time in my entire life that I experienced difficulty breathing. Trouble breathing is one of the signs that you need emergency medical care. When I was in the ER, they did chest x-ray, blood test, they checked my oxygen level, and also heart. All came out, of course, not perfectly fine because I had COVID, but then I didn't have to stay at the hospital because I could just stay at home. Like, I didn't need serious medication, which is so good. I mean, that was good news. Everything was okay. And the doctor just gave me an inhaler. So whenever I feel shortness of breath, I could use it, or like every 4 hours that time. I was glad I could go home after staying 3 hours in the ER. So I went back home, and then I stayed at home for the entire quarantine days. My husband stayed with me as well. Well, I wonder why he didn't get it, because we couldn't really like distance ourselves, and he was helping me a lot. I am very, very happy. I'm very thankful that he didn't get it. I don't want him to get sick. He even got tested twice during those days. So the first time he got tested was inconclusive, and then the second one he tested negative. So he really didn't get it. Now I'm so glad that I've been back to work for 4 days. Already 4 days. My breathing is still not perfectly fine, but I'm okay. I know I'm getting better. And my friend told me that it will take weeks or a couple of months maybe to recover completely or breathe normally. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my COVID-19 experience. So let's live a healthy lifestyle, wash our hands often, wear our mask properly. That's how we protect ourselves. So let's keep on praying that this pandemic will end soon. Have a great day. Stay safe and strong. Bye.